So the tractor is home again. We just got back from the woods. Used it to load up one load of logs. And we're home again. I did have to do quite a bit of trail building today, so it went a lot slower than I had hoped. I hoped to have at least gotten 2 loads home today, but there was a lot of trail building I had to do. So hopefully next time it'll go a lot smoother and I'll be able to bring 3 loads home. I'm going to get this unloaded, and I've been at it for, my goodness, at least 9 hours. I'm pretty tired, and I didn't even take a break for lunch, so I am pretty hungry right now. So I need to get this unloaded, and I still got a lot of work to do. I still have all the logs that I brought home. I just kicked them off the trailer, and now I got to get them all stacked up. So that's the load of logs that I just brought home. Fairly good sized load. Pretty small stuff in there, but the next stuff should be a little bit bigger. I need to get that stuff. I just backed my trailer up the driveway and kicked it off and went back and grabbed the tractor. Because it's in an area, these logs are in an area where I don't really feel comfortable just leaving my tractor sit there. I don't want it to disappear, that's for sure. So yep, I'm gonna get these moved over into the pile. So just give you an idea of how I think about stuff. So I saved this, I picked it up from somewhere, I don't even remember where. This setup here, and I saved it because it has wires attached to it still, and those wires are copper, and they're not just copper wire, they're not stranded, they're actually solid wire. So there's quite a bit of copper just in those, even those little pieces, plus this line that runs in between. It's all going to have copper in it. But what I'm going to do with this right now is something totally different. I'm going to use this piece from here to there. Can you guess what I'm going to use it for? I'll give you like a few seconds to think about it. So I am going to take my screwdriver and take those off, and I won't be able to film it while I'm taking it off because I'm just using my phone for this. So, but this is kind of how I think about things. So yeah, what most people would look at and see is a piece of useless junk, at best scrap metal. I see a hose hanger. And then just a ring from, I can't remember, just something I pick up. I pick that kind of stuff up at garage sales. I pick it up off the side of the road. This was in a pile of scrap metal somebody was going to throw away, and I said, I'll take that, just because I knew I could get a couple pennies out of the copper. And who knows what I'll use the rest of that stuff for. You never know. That's why, the way my brain works, I have a hard time throwing anything that is metal away. It is anything that, I have a hard time throwing almost anything away unless I know it's garbage. Because a lot of the times I can find a good use for that object. So Kyle was so gracious to give me 10 tomato plants. I still have to water these, the last half. And then one spinning gourd, just a little fella right there. It said, yeah, you have that one too. So hopefully it will survive. It's still really small. It's just a seedling. So hopefully it won't get too cold in the greenhouse overnight and it'll survive. Same with the tomatoes. Right now it is, and I gotta hang this thermometer up, but it is 70 degrees in here right now. I need to get the door shut so that I can hold the heat in. And then I did put in a thermometer. That goes to the little display in my house so I can keep track of what the temperature is in the greenhouse. Pretty much just have to glance at that. Because temperature control was probably one of my biggest issues last year. And I definitely want to do a better job this year with it. And there, I closed the door a little bit. So the reason the door was open, and I actually had the rear window open, is because while the sun was shining, it was 120, it was over 120 degrees. This arrow was way down here. So I think that's one of the issues with having one of these little greenhouses is the fact that it just gets so hot so fast. And that's where I think if I had a fan that had a thermostat control on it, I would be a lot better off, so that it would start blowing or the air out if it got to a certain temperature. But I have to look into that and see if I can find one, because you can't have a huge one. Yep, I'm going to check into that and see what I can find. So it is Tuesday evening, a little bit after 9 o'clock. A beautiful evening. No rain yet. So I went and got another barrel of water. Let me turn this valve on. And let's see how full it filled it. Don't want to waste any. I added another length of hose, so it takes it a while. I think. Yeah. So you can see where the magnet was. And barely start seeing the water. Right about there. So that is about how much I added. That's about what, 6 inches, 5 inches of water. So that ain't bad. I did use quite a bit of the other stuff on the garden already, so that's why it went from, pretty sure it drained out here. When it all drained out, it was here, and that first tank put me up to here, but then I used some down and added some more, and that's just what's going to continue to happen. Next few nights I'll just keep getting some more, and we'll get the tank back up to this level, I hope. Unless it rains. If it rains, then I can quit hauling water altogether. And my potatoes are watered. That's all I have planted so far. I have to figure everything else out still. And work in progress. But it definitely is a beautiful evening. Today is the first day outside. We've had him in the coop, but this is the first day we let him outside. And this is just the 3. It's gonna have a hard time focusing through the fence. We got their water. We got their food back there. Happy, happy, happy. Like I said, this is just the first 3 that I got. And it'll be a week, 2 weeks before the other 10 are out here. And they'll be in the bigger run. This is what used to be for the pigeons. This is just so they can be outside and kind of get used to it outside a little bit. And they seem to be happy. Will not be back in the house at all anymore. It should be warm enough now where we can just leave them in the coop at night now. They're fully feathered out, so they should be just fine. I'm sure most people who are professional chicken growers would have said I should have had them out a long time ago. That's okay. I might be an expert in a couple of things. Raising chickens just isn't one of them. So, pretty sure they're just fine. They're still alive and happy. They seem happy. So we'll leave it at that. And fun. This will be the last little clip for this video here. I got all of that organized. 2x6, 8 foot long. I got this organized. Some 4x8, 16 foot long beams at the bottom. Some cottonwood slabs, I guess, for lack of a better term, on top of that, and then some 1/2 inch live edge. That's about 10 foot long. And then I have some boards here that are 12 foot long, 1/2 inch to 1 inch. And that's to fill in order. I have a few 2x4s right at the top of this stack. I have a lot more 2x4s to mill up for that. I'm almost done with the 2x6x8s. Bunch of 1/2 inch stuff that I am milling up, and then 1 inch right there. And then this is for another gentleman for his cabin. Some 3.5 by 8 foot long. And I need 10 of those total. I have 2 more to go. getting close on that one for sure. He doesn't want it until June, so just as I come to logs that'll work for this one, I just mill them up. And then whatever else I have, I'm trying to get this order done. And I am also trying to get to the woods at least one day a week and get some more logs, because obviously I don't have enough, right? Not even close to enough. And then I have word from another person, knows somebody who has cottonwood down on in his yard, and they were going to charge him $4,000 to haul it away. So I might have a line on some cottonwood logs I can go grab, and I can use that for the roof on my woodshed, because I want to mill that stuff in 1.5 inch thick, as wide a planks as I can get, 1.5 inch thick, just to make my woodshed. I have to redo that hopefully this year. I can probably put it off till next year, but I would really like to get that done. And I have somebody else who would like 2-inch thick deck boards for their lowboy trailer, made out of birch. So busy. But I have till the end of May to get as many logs as I can use off of one person's property. So the one that I was cutting down all those trees and stuff, I have till the end of May to get the logs off that I want. So that is my priority on the weekends now, for the next 2 weekends at least. This weekend and one more after that. And then my priority will probably switch to milling and getting all of this, getting everybody's stuff done. Plus I need to be able to mill for my chicken coop, and I think I'm going to need to mill for a horse barn. So hopefully I can get a bunch of logs, because I don't have near enough spruce logs for those, for all of that stuff. But I do have one more person that said they had about 30 logs, or 30 trees on their property that they wanted to get going, and I could come get all of those, and there's no rush. I can get those whenever it's convenient for me. So that will help out. But yeah, my summer's pretty much used up. It's already gone, and it hasn't even started yet. See if I can. The little spruce grouse has moved back here to this cottonwood tree. Right there. Sorry, I'm shaking. Mosquito in my ear. Yep, cool. I'm gonna let him do his thing. And I am going to get inside. It's about 10 o'clock at night. Try to get this video edited and try to get to bed before midnight. And get up at 4 o'clock to make it to work. So thank you for watching this edition of Not So Remote Alaska. And until next time, may God bless and keep each and every one of you. And with that, I'm out.